What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Life is Angie and James.
I'm your girl Angie.
I'm your boy James, and we're back with another video. First of all, we want to give a big shout out to all of our new subscribers.
I know.
Thank you all for the support of last video. You guys really showed that video so much love.
So much.
And it's still getting love from you guys. So thank you all for new people that jumped on board and even decided to just join the Life is Angie and James family.
Thank you guys so much for all of your kind messages. Thank you guys for your DMs on Instagram and just all the questions and everything like that. We're so excited that we helped so many of you out, and you guys are, tuning into this journey with us. We're all in it together. We're all gonna figure it out together. So we're so excited, and just thank you guys so much. It means so much to us.
And to show our appreciation for you guys, we received a lot of comments about this particular subject. Today's video will be all about permits and insurance for your luxury picnic business.
So we're gonna get right into it, and we're gonna start with, what is a permit?
A permit is an official document that authorizes you to do something.
And of course, now that we know what a permit is, what do we need it for? Well, obviously, since you're here, we need it for our luxury picnics and events. We need it in order to conduct business in certain cities or at certain parks and beaches, because for us, we need permits for both. And now we're gonna get into, how do we get one? Who do you talk to? Things like that.
How do you get one, or who do you talk to? You will have to contact the park and recreation director. We made so many phone calls. We talked to a lot of front desk reps, but they gave us a lot of different answers. Some of them told them no, some of us told them yes. So we were able to get forwarded to the head person in charge. So for today's video, we're going to use City of Fort Lauderdale. We spoke to the head person in charge there, and he's the Park and Recreation Department Director. And pretty much he told us that we needed a permit, which is a special activities permit to host picnics and events at the parks and beaches. So those permits for the City of Fort Lauderdale are interchangeable, whether it's at a beach or at a park.
For the City of Fort Lauderdale, which is, again, the example we'll be using for today's video, we are using the athletic field / park space request.
Do that again.
It's 4th of July tomorrow, y'all. Sorry if y'all hear that in the background. But yeah, so it's an athletic field / park space request. We have to fill it out, obviously, with things like our name, the space that we want to use, the park or the beach location that we want to use, how many people are going to be there, things like that. And, we'll talk about the process now. We definitely, from experience, recommend just going straight to the Parks and Recreation Director. You can easily just go ahead online and Google each city that you're interested in conducting business in. Just search for their Parks and Recreation Director. You can find their email, find their number, or if you don't find it online, just call and ask them to, forward you to that person, and then have a conversation with them, because that's where you're going to get your final answer, because they, at the end of the day, they're the head of that department and they run all of those things. In case they don't know what you're talking about, send pictures and just make sure you really explain, and make sure when you're talking to these people, you write down their name, you write down the day that you talk to them, the time, just document everything. Get as much paper trail as you can, so once you're done talking to them, ask if, when they have some time, if they can please just send a quick summary email of what you discussed that day. That way you always have it for your records, because say if the person's name is Ben, he's a director, and Ben tells you on the phone, no, you do not need a permit, but then you or your clients are approached about a permit, you can say, well, I spoke to Ben on July 3rd at 3 p.m. and he told me no, and I have proof. So you just want to make sure you cover yourself. So now that you have them on the phone, if you don't know what to say when you are on the phone, it's really simple. Just say hi, say who you are, the name of your business, what you do and who you do it for, and what you wish to do, or like where you wish to do it within the city. So when we call, we say, oh, we're interested in Fort Lauderdale Beach, such and such park, things like that. And they're like, okay, great. Once you get that information, and like you tell them who you are and things like that, they're then going to start telling you, you're going to have open conversation about what to do next. So they're going to tell you what kind of permit you need, if you need one, and ask them to email it over to you. Again, that's paper trail. And then of course, it's the easy way of finding it, so you don't have to go online yourself. So they're going to send you the permit that you need. When you're on the phone with them, you want to ask, what is the turnaround time for the permits? What do I mean by this? For us, with the City of Fort Lauderdale, they ask for a 10-day period in order for the whole permit process to be completed successfully. So that consists of us calling, we're going to call him Ben for the video. So Ben said to us, if you have somebody say to you, hey, we want to have a picnic on July 10th at Fort Lauderdale Beach, at 3 p.m. We then go to Ben and say, hey, we have a potential client that wants to have a picnic at Fort Lauderdale Beach at 3 p.m. in such and such location, whatever. Ben will then let us know at that moment, okay, that date is available, so we can go ahead with the, go move forward with the permit process. Or he'll say, no, there's another event there that day, so it's going to conflict. You have to choose another location. Or no, that time doesn't work. Maybe do an hour later. Like, they'll let you know the specifics of what's available at that time in that location for you and your customers. So if the space is available, you then will fill out the application that Ben sent over to you, and you submit it to them. They do everything they need to do, and you get the permits back within that 10-day period. So because there's a 10-day period on our website, we have listed that we need at least 2 weeks notice for a booking, just to give a little extra wiggle room. That way, we can't really do bookings that are last minute, say 2 days before, unless it's at your home or at a location that does not require a permit, which down here is unfortunately very rare. So you want to ask, what is the turnaround time? You might ask, do I need a permit for every single picnic that I host? What's the answer, babe?
Yes, you do.
You need one for every single picnic that you host. So for City of Fort Lauderdale, again, while we're on the phone, you want to ask them, what are the prices for the permits? How many people does the permit cover? Things like that. So for the City of Fort Lauderdale, and we're sharing this information because a lot of you are also in South Florida and have gotten answers yourself. So we want to work together to make sure that none of us are being bamboozled or taken advantage of, or just to make sure that all the information is consistent and we're all on the same page, because we have to work together. There's room for all of us. We're collaborating. It's not competition. So the permits in Fort Lauderdale are $35 per hour for beaches and parks. The amount of people does not matter. 2 to 50, it's still $35 an hour. 2 to 100, from what they told us, what Ben told us. Again, that's his example name. He told us it doesn't matter the amount of people. You want to ask that while you're on the phone with them. It does not matter. It's always going to be $35 per hour. And the next part that you also want to ask, which is very important because it's life and it happens. What happens if the picnic or event is canceled?
If our event, in fact, get canceled, we are able to get a full refund of what we paid in order to have the event. So we'll just hit them up, call them, email them, whatever it is. Tell them, hey, listen, Ben, we weren't able to do the picnic because of the weather or because, the client canceled on us, whatever. And they will willingly and, gladly give us our $70 refund back. So
or whatever
the price is you pay for it, depending on the hours. So,
So now we're actually going to talk about some permit pros, because although it's honestly might be a little bit of a headache to figure out the whole permit process and things like that, there are a lot of pros that come with it. You want to talk about it, babe?
Yeah, we understand. It may seem like they're scamming us because you could actually have a wedding, beach without a permit.
But we need one.
Little old us.
With 2 people. On average, 2 to 4 people coming to a picnic. We need a permit.
So we understand that it may seem like a hassle and it may seem like a pain in the behind, but there are pros for having a permit when you're doing this business. And I'll just give you one, and I'll let Angie give you another. So one pro is that once they process the permit, they will notify maintenance to stay away from the area and not do any type of work, whether it's cutting grass, watering the grass, putting fertilizer on the grass. They'll make sure no one, does any work in that specific area where you're planning your picnic.
Another pro, we've had, some picnic associates, I guess you could say, have situations where their clients have said, hey, we want to have our picnic at this park on the grass area, not the sand, because, some places have both. And they'll get there and there's a wedding going on the grass or a yoga class, and they ended up having to put their client on the sand where they did not want to be. So the great thing about permits is you get to secure your spot, which also gives you authority over that spot during that time and that place. So if anybody else is there, you can ask them kindly to leave. If they refuse to leave, you can have them escorted out, at least for where, the cities we work with. And then also it's there for you. Like it's literally there waiting for you to get there. You don't have to worry about, where are we going to set up, where are we going to do these things. And there's no other events or anything that are going to go on and disrupt your picnic for your clients.
Another pro is they will also notify you if there's not enough parking at that park or beach for your clients. So for example, if you're having a picnic for 30 to 40 people and that park isn't capable of holding that amount of people, the park director will let you know when they're doing the whole permit process, and just listen to the event. Hey, listen, this park cannot hold that many vehicles, and you don't want your clients upset because they can't find parking, or because they had to arrive late because of parking. That's another benefit or pro of having your permit. Yeah. Again, this business is fun, but it's also maybe a little bit stressful, especially if like you're one of those people who like want to do everything right and correct. You want to make sure you make it as easy on you as possible. So a permit would definitely relieve some tension and relieve some stress when it comes to setting up your events. With
permits, before you can even get a permit from a city, most of the time they're going to ask about your insurance. So while you have the Parks and Recreation Director on the phone, you want to ask them, again, Ben, do you guys have insurance requirements? And if so, what are they? So Ben let us know, and I'm going to read it to you verbatim.
Yep.
Because again, you got those emails, because you need that paper trail. Ben said, the permit holder shall secure and maintain a policy of commercial general liability insurance. So again, that's commercial general liability insurance from a carrier satisfactory to the City of Fort Lauderdale Office of Risk Management, providing coverage for claims arising from or in connection with the damage or loss suffered by any person, thing, or interest with a minimum of not less than $2 million. City of Fort Lauderdale shall be named as an additional insured on all policies. In the certificate holder section of the certificate of insurance, the following must be included. And they put City of Fort Lauderdale, they put the address that they want to be listed, and then of course the Parks and Recreation Director's name goes on that bottom line. So they'll tell you everything that you need right there. If you have any further questions about insurance, you just have to ask.
Yeah.
You have to ask the cities. And one of our biggest things, we actually advise that you contact the cities you're interested in conducting business in before you get your insurance.
Yeah.
Because another city that we work with is, let's say, Pompano Beach, right? Pompano Beach, and this is just numbers for examples.
Yeah.
They might say, okay, Angie and James, we need $3 million, where Fort Lauderdale has only access for $2 million. So in those cases, you kind of just ask everybody and get a general, okay, so this will cover everything, and they'll be like, okay, well, boom, since we're doing both Fort Lauderdale and Pompano, let's just get $3 million, so that satisfies both. You get what I'm saying? And then they have to be listed. We just go ahead and list them, period. Some people do it temporarily, before events. You can get them listed real quick, then they come off. It depends on you and what you want to do, and talk to your insurance company in the cities, but we just leave them on because we do all of our business in these places. So they are listed on our insurance, and that's that. And you have to submit it.
Yeah.
They have to verify that it is, it's active, and they have to approve it. And then you can go forward with the permit process.
Yeah. So pretty much the insurance is to cover your behind and cover the city, because they don't want to catch a lawsuit for a business, doing get somebody hurt or anything like that. So you need to make sure you follow the guidelines and follow the rules, because you want to make sure you're in good standing with whatever city you're working with.
We got a lot of questions too regarding the price for insurance. From our research, what we saw here in South Florida, it definitely ranged from, we'd say, $350 to about $550 annually. So that's for the entire year. Not the worst, especially when you can do monthly payments and things like that. There are a bunch of different insurance companies you can go through, shop around, see what's best for you. Once you're on the, in conversation with the insurance company of your choice, and if they ask you any questions you're unsure of, do not feel afraid to call the city director again, the Parks and Recreation Director. They will help you and answer every question that you have. Trust me, they're not bad. They're nice people from what we've talked, who we've talked to, and they're gonna help you out as much as they can. And the thing about these Parks and Recreation Directors too, you're gonna be in constant communication with them.
All the time.
Because every single time we have a picnic, we have to hit up Ben for the permit. Every single time. They're gonna start knowing you on a first name basis and everything. So just get, friendly with them.
Yeah.
It's a sticky situation because it's a newer business. So a lot of people, sometimes they don't even know what we're talking about. They think picnics and they think the regular picnic blanket and basket with your friends and family. But we are doing this on a luxury professional level and scale. So let's just all help each other out. Let's share information that we've all, you know, learned and, you know, absorbed. That's what the whole purpose of this, like, these videos are for.
Definitely.
Also, with that on the topic, James and I are considering starting a Facebook page for Florida luxury picnic planners. That way we can share our specific laws, our specific, you know, cities, like requirements, and just really be a support group and community to one another to make sure that, you know, everything's aligning and we're learning this together, because it's very new to people and the process is very new, and needing permits is like a new thing apparently too. So, you know, let's just, you know, let us know down below if you're interested in that, and if so, we're gonna create it.
And we'll also be doing in the next few videos Q&A sessions where we actually answer questions from you guys. Who've sent comments or who asked us questions in the comment section.
So look out for that in the next few videos. And
that'll be pretty much it for this video. Thank you all for watching. We hope you guys learned something. We hope we was able to answer all the questions you guys had.
If we didn't answer some of your questions, please put them down below. If you have questions, always check the comments down below, because we are constantly answering questions. People have been DMing us on Instagram. Go ahead and do that. Please do not be shy. We will send you essay letters long. We love helping people. We love, like, creating this community vibe and this family. We are a family here, so we want to help. So please comment it down below and we will answer everything for you.
Thank you all for watching. Again, we want to thank you all for the new subscribers. We appreciate you guys so much.
Welcome.
Welcome to the family. Like always, you know, I love you. She love you. We love you.
Peace.